Yash, I feel like I got to make a little balance here, you know. I got to understand that my audience is mostly in their 20s, early 30s, and, you know, you're going to want to attract females. Like, I understand that. So, there's different levels on this channel. Predominantly, it's that level that I just shared. But there's a few who are ready to transcend that, but they've arrived in an organic way to transcend that. You see, you can't bypass or buck evolution. I feel it's important for everybody at some point, and it's not even a choice. You will experience this, what it feels like to have a relationship with a girl or opposite sex or same sex, depending on, you know, what you are. Like, we know what I'm talking about. You're going to have to know, you're going to have to experience what it's like to have this communion with yourself in another form, where there's a deep love and intimacy there. It's like your best friend, your lover. You guys like do things together like you would with your regular friends, plus you have this sexual intimacy on top of that. Laugh together, cry together, everything. This is this is an experience that for me, that's the highest human experience. I got to be careful because I don't want to build this up so big to where you think, you know, you're missing something and that you need to hurry up and go find it, because you can't find it like that. You just can't. The universe gives it to you when you're ready. There's some divine timing, you know. Okay. Now there's some beings who are born, they just don't have that in them. I would attribute that because I would say in previous lives, they've already experienced that. Mata, which was Yogananda's main disciple, you can say, she was 15 and she saw Yogananda speaking, I think in Oregon. And she knew. She said, this man knows God. This is all I want in life. I want to know where's the God at inside me? I need to find this, because the human show, I'm done. I was done since a baby. This is where she was at. And a lot of these people, this term asexual, where they just don't have any desire for sex or anything, I'd say it's because of that. They've already experienced this. They've tasted it enough times, and they just don't want to do it again. They want to focus on something else. See, it's all about energy management and time management. We're only here 70, 80, 90 years at the most. A lot of people don't even make it to that. So it's like, what are we going to use our energy to focus on? So if we've already done some of these other things, been married, had kids, had, you know experience what it is to be rich and have a bunch of money and a bunch of things. If we've already done that in a previous life enough times, those tendencies aren't going to be there. That's why some people, you know, they're just full on. I mean, look at the YouTube. It's saturated with how to get rich videos, be successful. And then you have some other people who are just not drawn to it at all. They just don't care. And it's not because they're not intelligent. They could probably make more money than the people making the videos if they really wanted to focus their energy on that. But they're like, why? Okay, so you don't have to believe that that's because why I said it. The reason, previous lives, like whatever. It doesn't matter what we believe. It's not important. What matters is nothing in the end. The topic, the title of the video is about semen retention and getting female attraction so that you can get a girlfriend, hopefully. Because you want to know what that feels like, that ideal situation that I described. But you know what? Just wanting to get female attraction is also, even if you don't want a girlfriend, you just want the opposite sex to look at you and give you energy. Okay, that's an experience too. Like I got to remember, like I did all that. So I can't say like, now I'm like past that. So I can't look and say, you know, hey, like that's meaningless. Don't do it. I'd be a hypocrite. Now, I do like focusing on the people who are kind of willing and ready to transcend that because I don't know, that's where I'm at. Like, I enjoy that exchange of energy now. I can't really, since I'm not in that stage anymore of wanting the female attraction so much and attention, I can't get down, I can't get in there with somebody and you know, it's like it's not alive for me. But I can still maybe try to speak on it a little bit. And what I can say is that I understand and it's necessary. It's necessary if you have that strong desire and tendency to want to know what that feels like, then it's necessary. And if you're really, you know, the best way to just go do it as much as you can is the best thing. Get it all out of your system. Because if you can't, if the tendency there is to try to, you know, get to play with girls and to flirt and get attention, what are you going to do? You're just going to try to say, no, I'm not going to do that? I mean, try it. I don't know. But when I wanted that, when I was in that stage, I would do it. And then I took it to another level. And I started going overseas to places where they don't see foreigners. And I really got it. And I got more trapped the more I did it. Because you can never get enough. It's just you can never get enough, you know. Once you taste that enough, though, you'll come to an organic end with it. And then you automatically, it's like the tendencies to do it are going to be overridden now by the tendencies to transcend it. That happens automatic. You can't will that in your mind. It happens organically. So until that happens, I would say, you know, that's an important experience, though, in life, to know how that feels, especially if we had a mom or an upbringing where there wasn't any female energy. And we didn't get any attention, or we got cold, kind of masculine energy from our mom. Sometimes people they end up bisexual or gay in that situation if we're grown up around that energy. It's all good. It's not a criticism. I'm just saying. Based on the people I've worked with, I can trace that to that a lot of times. So if you didn't grow up in a nice female, nurturing environment, then you're going to be craving that, like I was. And you're probably going to be more prone to being attached to the girl when you find her. Or guy, if you're a girl. Or guy, if you're a gay guy, whatever. Some people get on me. They're like, you're always, you know, what about all these other genders? I'm like, fill in the blank, man. I'm not going to go over all the different things, you know, just be smart. So you're also going to be more prone to, if you're in a relationship and it ends, then you might have a hard time. See, I had a hard time. I was like, no, don't leave. Like, or give me my heart back. That's just part of the deal. From having that kind of upbringing, if we were totally lavished with an enlightened female energy from our mom, I don't know, would we even want a girlfriend? I mean, would it even matter? We definitely wouldn't be attached to her, you know, or when she leaves, we wouldn't go into a depression. So this is the karma. If you're in that situation where you didn't have such a sound, sane upbringing, like almost nobody, then this is what it is. We're gonna have to kind of go through that a little bit and get yourself a girlfriend and see how it feels. Get yourself female attraction and attention, see how that feels. I was talking to a guy doing a consult, and he knew. He's like, man, I want to stop doing this, but I can't. I said, I know that stage. He says, what do I do? I said, you just be conscious when you do it. If you're not if you admit and you have self-honesty and you're like, bro, I don't want to stop doing it. Like, this is where it's at. I do semen retention, and it cranks it up even more, and I'm like really enjoying that. Do it. That's what I did. Do it till you don't do it anymore. All right? That's what you do. And there's no problem with it. Now when it's like you're 50% done, but 50% like ready to transcend it, how do you transcend it? That was the question he was asking me. And I said, you be conscious when you're doing it. When I'm looking at that girl and she's looking at me, feel how it feels when she's looking at me. She's sending me some energy. When you look at something with your eyes, you're giving it energy. That's just how it is. So she's looking at me, she's giving me energy. Oh, that feels kind of good, actually. I like it. Okay? You be conscious, see how it feels. Also, bring in enough analysis to see, but wait a minute, why is she looking at me though? Is it she just thinks I'm cute? Is she admiring my physical attraction? Is that what she's doing? Yeah, okay. Say, well, is there anything behind that though? See, this is where you can start to get a fuller picture. Is she just totally infatuated with how I look, and that's it? Or are there underlying motives behind that probably she's not aware of? Because what are you going to do? Play it through. Okay, she's looking, she's smiling. Go with it. Smile back. Oh, this feels good. Get her number. Go out with her. See how it unfolds. Is every day she's just going to keep giving you attention because you just look so good? Or is a deeper agenda going to get revealed? Does she want something more? Same. If you're a girl and you're watching guys, a guy's admiring you, you like that. You like that he's admiring you. Flow with it and see what happens. There's mosquitoes out. It's cold as hell. I don't know how mosquitoes shouldn't be out when it's cold, but they've transcended that law. Doing semen retention. If you're a girl and a guy admires you, you like them admiring you, go with it. Let him ask for your number or you give him your number and then see what happens. Does he just admire you, your heart, your body? Your physical attraction? Is that it? Or does he want something more? Does he want to have sex? See, you find out how the human psyche works by playing it through. But remember it though. That's why I say be conscious. Be conscious of how this works. It starts out looking innocent. We're just admiring each other. No strings attached. No agenda. Okay, let's find out. When you do that enough times, you start to see, wait a minute, there's always an agenda. Not always. The highest is when there's some kind of spiritual relationship and you guys are just drinking from each other's realization, spiritual realization. That's okay. Before that happens though, there's always an agenda, usually. So you need to play that through and experience that for yourself. You can't just take my word for it. Your desires are still there to experience this interaction with the opposite sex. So do it, but be conscious when you're doing it. Write down, journal the relationship every day. See how it unfolds. See how there used to not be any expectation. When we first met, it was just innocent, it was cool. Fast forward a week or month, or I don't know, depends how long, and keep track. It's like, wait a minute, what happened? All of a sudden now there's expectations. All of a sudden now, she don't want me looking at other people or going out with other people, or he don't want her going around other people, etc. Was that happening the first day? So see, watch how it transforms and what happens. It brings out all of our human limitations and weaknesses and insecurities. This is the benefit of relationships, though, on another level. When you taste that stuff enough, then you get to where you want to transcend it because you tasted it. It's not a big deal. It's like if you've never had birthday cake or something. It might sound really good, like, whoa, yeah, and then you eat it and it has pink frosting. I used to like that. It tastes real good. Well, what about after having it 5-10 years, or if you have it every day? It's not such a big deal anymore. But you've experienced it. You see? This is how this has to be. So I'm a proponent of using semen retention to get girls if you're on that stage, because it'll help you get, you can experience your desires faster. Because most of us have a desire to have a relationship with the opposite sex. So if you preserve your semen, you'll be able to attract that faster generally. Now I got to make another video though. Some people are saying they get semen retention, they don't get looks and stuff like that. Yeah, I know. I made a video though about that. I'll make another one. That's also it's about vibration and frequency, and There's certain laws that are being operated that you got to have subtle perception and awareness to be aware of. It may be in you that you just kind of, you don't really care about the looks. Not really, not deeply. But the mind, because of conditioning and because of everybody says you're supposed to care, you try to make yourself care. But you're not getting looks. Why? Because you're not caring deeply. That's another video. Let me know how you like this one. See you.